Story time. As you can see, my fro has digressed back a little bit into the bedhead. I want to talk about another insane story regarding a female. Alright, so this happened on campus after the situation was over with my ex-girlfriend. She's out of my life. Every now and then she'll call me, but for the most things are starting to things are starting to normalize. I'm on campus, I'm still going to class and stuff. I'm meeting people. Things are going smoothly. So I'm in this history class and I meet this girl. And she tells me, she says, I have an apartment. Do you want to come over and hang out? So I said, yeah, sure, I can do that. So me and her start hanging out. I go over to her place. And I messaged my friend about this, the same friend that he was going behind my back with my ex-girlfriend. But the situation was that I went over to this new girl. I went over to her place, and we were in the same class together, so we were gonna hang out. And she says I have to go into the bathroom, so I said okay. So she goes into the bathroom. Long story short, she puts on some more comfortable clothes, some more seductive attire, and it's clear to me at that point that this is the type of hangout session that this is going to be. She's attracted and she's interested sexually. So I still have, not for the most part, I have all my clothes on, and me and her are still conversing at this point. Nothing has escalated other than the fact that she has done this. She's got a queen size bed at the least, maybe even a king size bed. So she plops herself down on this king size bed. She's got her short shorts on, ass cheeks out. Her nipples are popping out and everything, literally. And I didn't even see this, but she reaches over to an outlet in the wall. Like so. She reaches over, and then she turns around and pulls out a taser. And she says, "Can I tase you?" And I was like, no. I said it just like that. I said, no. What? So she said, "Are you sure?" And I said, yes. I said, "If you tase me, I will have to defend myself." And she recoiled and was like, it was like the whole mood changed after that. So I said, I said, I gotta go. So I messaged my friend. I said, "You won't believe what this girl did." And he said, "What happened?" And I said, "This girl pulled out a taser and said, 'Can I tase you?'" And his response was, "Ooh, kinky." I said, that's not kinky. I mean, I don't know what people are into, but I'm not into that. And I've done some adventurous stuff in the bedroom, but she said, "Can I tase you?" And I was like, who do you think I am, and who do you think you are? And the dialogue between us, she would say things like, "This is a black girl." She was about my skin tone, and she would say things like, "I love white guys," or whatever. She worked at a restaurant. All her coworkers were white. We lived in an area that was kind of out in the country. There's a lot of Klan activity out in that county. I want to make sure that is heard. And I was like, why is she saying these things? So all these things need to be taken into consideration. Because I'm thinking this is fucking weird. This girl's asking me, "Can I tase you?" after she's luring me into her lair, and she's saying, like, she's trying to seduce me or whatever. She's saying, like, can I tase you? Number one, that does not turn me on in any way, shape, or form. Number two, I'm scared of being tased. I do not want to be tased in any way. I mean, a taser is a weapon to me. It's not a toy. Number three, this is the last point. I don't think that is in any kind of BDSM. I don't think people get tased during sex. Yeah, I don't think people get tased during sex. I've never heard of that or seen that. And I I've had a decent amount of sex in my life. I, I was actually concerned. That was one of those situations where I wasn't really traumatized, but it just kind of it just kind of took me off guard. I was like befuddled. I was like, a taser. I said, that's weird. That's too weird for me. Like, this girl was attractive and everything, but I was like, this girl wants to tase me. And I would see her around again, and she would be like, oh, you little bitch. And I'd be like, she wanted to tase me. That's not kinky. That's... I mean, what about like when the police tase people in the streets and people are all up in arms about it? How would they feel if 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 they knew that this girl, what, like, what if... Oh my god, it just doesn't make any sense. So basically, I'm in a situation where society is trying to convince the masses, with me in my specific case, that I like to be tased via attractive black women. That's how I feel about that situation. Okay, so I moved on from her. I don't know where she's at now, but I had to put this story out there because to me it was just like, what the fuck? Here's story number 2. Alright. So I was talking with this other girl on campus. Right. Me and her having a good old time. Things are great. I'm not going to say her name again. And this is traumatic story. Things between me and her were good for the most part, but I want to talk about this one time where I felt like I needed to just cut it off. All right, so me and her would hang out. Me, her, and her friends would hang out, and whenever she wasn't busy with work or schoolwork, I would come over to her place. I would spend the night. Sometimes we would have sex. It's pretty much like her little boy toy, and I was cool with that. Um, so I think it was like every Wednesday or Thursday night we would go out to this bar, and we would go drinking with her friends. By the way, one of those nights somebody slashed my tire. That wasn't fun. I don't know who did that, but that was another weird thing that happened to me. Yeah, I didn't even know about that. Somebody's out here slashing tires. Damn it. Out of all the other stuff that's happened to me in my life, somebody slashed my tire. Anyway. So, yeah, we go out and we drink with her friends, and usually what would happen is me and her would go home and have sex. So one night, she's like, she says to me, I'm thinking about this now because I know somebody's going to see this, and they're going to be like, what the hell? because this stuff is like private information. Like I'm out here posting stuff on the internet. Questioning myself now. All right. Anyway, so one night she tells me, she's like, if the girl is drunk and you have sex, then it's rape. And I was like, and it just hit me all at once. I said, but that's what we've been doing this whole time. And I didn't say that, but I was like, and me and her just kind of like looked at each other, like our heads are like this far away from each other, and I was like, all right. So that was like a red flag for me, and I was like, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. So some other things happened while I was on campus also, but the cry rape story, my ex, the taser, and now this. Those are 4 incidences. Oh, I'm forgetting the other one. This other girl stole my wallet, I think. Yeah, I think she stole my wallet. We would have sex a lot. And one day my wallet went missing. And then she just flat out stole money from me. And she got mad at me. She was like, are you accusing me of stealing your wallet? And I was like, I'm just looking for my wallet. This girl stole my wallet, man. Crazy. And, yeah, so I got my wallet stolen. I got my drink spiked. And, I'm hanging out with this one girl, and she's like, if you drink with the girl and you have sex and it's rape, and we drink and have sex all the time. I'm like, what the hell? So those 4 things, I felt like I had to get out of just every. I was like, anywhere I turn, there's trouble. That's how I felt. I was like, anywhere I turn, there's trouble. If I'm just chilling out, I could be just, I meet someone outside of class, girl tries to tase me. Christ. I have a casual relationship with someone, they want to drink. We do drink, they say, if you drink and have sex, then it's rape. What is this? What world is this that we're living in? So, yeah, those 4 things, 3 things if you exclude the insane car rape story, because I already talked about that in another video. Those 3 things happened while I was on campus. There's one more incident that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to include it in the next video.